But today, we're going to just do it right here. I drew the name right before we came on. And if you don't know about the drawing, you can go to productcoffee.com/12 days, and you can sign up. And and there are lots of different things that you can do there to get extra entries in the drawing. And one of the most important things you can do to get extra entries is to refer people to the contest. So if you forward this contest to product managers and product professionals no matter where they are in the world, and they sign up for the contest, you get 3 extra entries in the drawing. And we're less than halfway through. Today, I'm going to be giving away a copy of the book Radical Focus by Christina Wodtke. And I learned about Radical Focus when I went to Mind the Product conference out in San Francisco about 2 years ago. She spoke. At IBM, we had started trying to implement OKRs. And I know a lot of you, we've talked about OKRs quite a bit, and looking at a session on OKRs in product management for next year as well. One of the most famous books on OKRs is John Doerr's Measure What Matters. It's a really popular tome. It's a little bit longer of a read than Radical Focus. Christina Wodtke wrote in kind of that business parable form a much smaller book on Radical Focus, on OKRs, called Radical Focus. And I really enjoyed the read, and I saw her speak. And it was a transformative book for me professionally. I was able to take what I learned from that book back to my role at IBM, where we were struggling with the OKRs concept, reintroduce it on my team, and it spread like wildfire throughout a very large part of our organization. And really drove some much more healthy conversations between engineering and product management and design, drove some much greater alignment across all the functions, and we started executing on a much faster pace, which ultimately led to a very successful carve-out from IBM of our part of the business, backed by a private equity firm. So I really recommend this book, and I'm giving away a copy of it today. I drew the name right before we got here, as I said, and I want to, and I don't think he's here with us this morning, but you don't have to be present to win. Shakil Khan, who has been participating in Product Coffee quite a bit over the last 3 months, is our winner of Radical Focus. So I'll reach out to him on email today and get him a copy of this book, either in Kindle or printed format, whichever he prefers. And I'll also drop a link in the resources page. There was also an email that went out yesterday that has a link to it as well if you'd like to pick up a copy of it. When you buy through those links, it supports Product Coffee, it supports the program. So please do that when you think about it. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be giving away another copy of Loops by Jay Cornelius, who was one of our guests here a few weeks back. If you remember, Loops came and talked about his approach and thoughts on human-centered design and design thinking, as well as customer research, specifically on the topic of customer research and user research, as he's working through his product development process with his consulting practice. Jay was a great guest. And this is a great book. I've read it a couple of times. I think it's a really excellent book for early career product managers who are trying to get their head around the design thinking concepts and getting the user perspective. I think it's a really valuable book for you. So that's it for the drawing. So make sure you sign up for that so that you can win a copy of that tomorrow.